5 important things to build personal boundaries. You feel like you're always putting other people's needs before your own. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 important things that you need to build personal boundaries in order to start taking care of yourself. First, let's talk about what personal boundaries are and why we need them. Personal boundaries are the limits that we set for ourselves in order to maintain our physical and emotional well-being. They help us to protect ourselves from getting hurt emotionally or physically, and they also help us to stay clear on what we're comfortable with and what we're not comfortable with. Now that we know what personal boundaries are and why they're important, let's talk about the 5 main things that you need to do in order to build healthy boundaries. The first one of the most important things that you can do is to learn how to say no. This may seem like a simple task, but for many of us, it's actually quite difficult. Saying no doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you don't care about others. It simply means that you're taking care of yourself and just setting your own boundary. Another important thing to do is to set limits with your time and energy. We only have so much time and energy in a day, and we need to be mindful of how we're spending it. If we're constantly giving our time and energy to others without taking any time for ourselves, we can end up feeling burned out and resentful. It's important to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves first, and then if there's anything left over, we can give it to others. But if we're constantly giving and never taking any time for ourselves, eventually we're going to run out of steam. Remember that you need to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anyone else. No one can pour from an empty cup. The third thing that you need to do is to set boundaries with your emotions. Just because someone else is feeling a certain way doesn't mean that you have to feel the same way. You're allowed to have your own emotions, and you don't have to take on other people's emotions as well. It's okay to feel angry, sad, or hurt without taking on responsibility for those feelings. And if someone tries to dump their emotional baggage on you, it's okay to say no and set a boundary. You don't have to carry around other people's emotional baggage, and you don't have to fix their problems for them. It's not your responsibility, and you're not obligated to do it. The fourth thing that you need to do is to set physical boundaries. This means knowing what you're comfortable with physically and what you're not comfortable with. It also means being assertive about your physical boundaries and making sure that they're respected. If someone tries to violate your physical boundaries, it's important to speak up and assert yourself. And finally, the 5th thing that you need to do is to be mindful of your thoughts. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean that it's true. Thoughts are just thoughts, and they don't have to control you. If you're having negative or harmful thoughts about yourself, it's important to question them and see if they're really true. And if they're not, let them go, and focus on more positive and helpful thoughts instead. These are the 5 main things that you need to do in order to build healthy boundaries. Remember, personal boundaries are important for our physical and emotional well-being, and we need to be mindful of how we're setting them. If you find that your boundaries are being violated, or if you're not sure how to set a boundary, there are many resources available to help you. Seek out a therapist or counselor who can help you learn more about setting healthy boundaries. Keep in mind that you deserve to be respected, and you're not responsible for other people's emotions or problems. Take care of yourself first, and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. With healthy boundaries in place, you can live a happier and healthier life. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with your friends. And if you want to learn more about setting boundaries, subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.